All right, welcome everybody. I am super excited to be a part of our call tonight and be honored to share with you the story of Discreet. We have a really special opportunity with what we're doing tonight because we have our CEO and founder, Nate Farnsworth, on with us tonight. And if you are new to Discreet and seeing Discreet for the first time, we are actually a really new company. We just launched in January, and we're going to talk about how we have some incredible factors that have aligned just recently to make Discreet, I think, the best opportunity in the world right now of where we're at. And we all know that there's some bizarre and some maybe even somewhat scary things going on in our world. And we think that what we have right now is just an incredible opportunity for all of us to take advantage of these factors that have come together. So we're going to talk about those tonight, and we're going to talk about the story of Discreet and our Discreet products and the opportunity and how they all fit together. So as we get started, just to introduce myself real quick, my name is Eric Jones. I'm the master distributor of Discreet. And what that basically means is I'm here to help everyone that wants to be a part of Discreet with learning about the products or growing a business. I'm originally from Montana and I live in Utah now. And I've been a realtor for 20 years and built network marketing companies in the past as well and had great success with that. But what I have noticed over the years as a realtor, and maybe a lot of you have felt this way as well too, is, if I don't go to work for a few weeks or a month, my checks kind of drop off, right? They're going to go to zero. So after 2009 and the crash of the real estate market, I shifted my focus on passive income and looking for opportunities to earn residual and passive income in everything that I do. And that's why I'm here today is when I was introduced to Discreet, I saw an opportunity of timing product that I had never seen before. And I could not be more excited to share with you tonight what we are doing. So first of all, I'm going to introduce our founder and CEO. His name is Nate Farnsworth, and he's an incredible entrepreneur and he's a formulator. He's been in the network marketing industry for 20 years and a product formulator for 10. And actually was the part of Factory 6 in Utah, which was the first company to be able to legally manufacture hemp-derived products. First one licensed in Utah to do that. So super excited and honored to introduce Nate Farnsworth. Nate, thanks for jumping on and tell us a little bit about how this vision of Discreet came about and why you decided to start Discreet.
Oh, absolutely. Eric, thank you so much for that introduction. I appreciate that. And thanks for hosting these every month. It does look also that like Adam got his audio working, and we're so glad to have him on board. I think we'll hear from him in a second. Thank you so much for that. Like you said, I grew up in the network marketing industry. I absolutely love it. I think there's no better way for people to be able to share their experiences and their love for a product and be able to get rewarded with it. And so been a huge part of my life for most of my career. And about almost 6 years ago, me and some buddies started a company called Factory 6. And like you said, we were the first company to have a hemp product, a CBD product, technically registered with the state of Utah. One of the reasons we were able to do that is because we had been playing in the space for a while before the state of Utah opened up the regulations around how to do that. So we knew what to expect from it. We knew what the state was going to want. But the reason I say that is for the past 5 years or so, we've been making products at Factory 6, not just in the hemp space, but in a couple other supplements. We've learned what works, what doesn't, how to really dial in a product. What's something that becomes very shareable, people that people can have a fantastic and quick response to, that they can feel it, and then they can build a love for the brand and the product immediately. And over the course of the past few years, we've had so many people come into us and kind of knock on the back door and be like, you guys have that, you have the good stuff. And at first it was a little bit weird. I was like, well, yeah, what do you mean? And what ultimately they're asking for was full spectrum hemp. They wanted the THC as well as CBD in there. And I realized that there is a huge market, an unserved market for people that don't want high dose THC products, hemp derived or not. They don't want high dose products. They want THC products that work, that are effective. They know they work. They know the value of it. And so at Factory 6, we were making more and more of these, and that led me to start Discreet, because I knew that being able to have products that fit three criteria. One, that they were easily attainable. So they don't have to go to a dispensary. They don't have to get a med card to get them. Two, they were effective, but not so highly dosed that they would put you in the couch or keep you from being able to function. And three, that they were discreet, that they weren't loud, in your face, crazy, Jamaican flag colors, pot plants everywhere. They wanted something that felt like a supplement and looked like a supplement. And that's what we've launched with Discreet, products that are effective, that aren't in your face, and that you don't have to go you don't have to get a metal card or go to a dispensary, because they're shipped right to your door.
Nate, you absolutely nailed it, because what I've found so many people when I talk to them about Discreet, it's, that are using products that are hemp derived, or they're using some THC products of some kind. So many of them have to drive across state lines, or they have to get a medical card. And we really don't want to do either of those things. And we are always looking for convenience. Just last week, I was talking to a friend of mine that was in Colorado, and he says, I've got a dispensary around the corner. And I said, well, that's great. Are you a member of Amazon? And he's like, well, yeah. I'm like, well, you have a Target around the corner too, don't you? It's like, everybody wants convenience, right?
Yes.
And so what I just love the fact that these are products that people know that have great benefits. So like the verdict's out. People know that there are great benefits from CBD and THC, but they can't get the products easily in most cases.
Yeah.
This allows them to do that and have it shipped right to their front door. And it's creating really a market that we don't even really understand it yet.
We don't know how big it's going to be.
Yeah. And I think we got my friend Adam on here too, our good friend Adam. Are you on with us, Adam?
Hey, yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you great.
All right.
Jumping on. I'm excited.
Yeah. Hey, sorry, I was a little bit late, but I got to say, Eric, you're doing a great job, and it's so great to have your energy and focus and professionalism. And I'm just so grateful to be able to work with you and Nate. Having an owner that understands formulation, that understands manufacturing, that understands network marketing, that understands all the things that you specialize in and have specialized in for 20 plus years. And that's remarkable. I don't know that there's any other owner that could rival what you bring to the table. So really grateful for Nate, really super grateful for EJ. And, I did a stint in network marketing starting in 2005, and then got out after a little over a decade. And then I'm super glad to come back in. What brought me back in is Nate and Carrie and EJ. You guys did the people matter, but products matter as well. I got super excited about the cannabis and hemp, but I got really more excited, man, when I look at the kind of growth that has happened back, in 2018 and 19 and even 20. We started to see a little bit of growth. But man, if you look at this graph of how cannabis market is going to grow incredibly over three different categories. You look at this, it's not just steady growth, it's pretty strong growth, but strong and steady. So I want to be involved with a company that's reputable, a company that cares about people and products, but also has a growth up curve, right? And so when I look at this and I see medicinal marijuana really growing a lot, recreational and industrial also growing, it makes me excited. I want to be part of something like that has this kind of growth potential, income potential, and it just makes it easy for us to talk about it, because it's been around for years and years, right? It's still kind of new, I guess, but it's been around long enough that people know what it is, understand it, and it's still interesting. Anyway, back to you, EJ.
It's just such great points. And when I look at this chart, Adam, I think about the growth that is happening when there's so many people that don't even know they can get this product sent to their door. Imagine what this is going to create as
True.
we get started. And we are really pioneers in this industry. Nate launching Discreet is really something that is never done before in the direct sales market. So when people see, hey, I can get it shipped to my door, I can earn some income by sharing with other people, I think this demand is going to go off the charts right here. Just from how unique our product is, and like you like to say, Adam, we don't have a Me Too product with Discreet. We're truly unique. So
agreed.
And to jump into those products, I love talking about the products because, as you said, they are effective quickly. They work quickly. People love them, and they see results immediately. It's not a 90-day come back and take a blood test to see if they're working or anything. They work within minutes or an hour. So. And, Nate likes to call these your baby, right? I mean, you've created these from, ground up, really. And so let's talk a little bit about it. Let's talk about the first one, sleep.
Yeah, let's jump into it. I love sleep, the product. Also, I do love to sleep. Yes, but I love this product. One of the things that we mentioned earlier was that we've been making products at Factory 6 for a while. Sleep, and we've done a couple iterations for other companies on sleep, and this, in my opinion, it's the ultimate product for sleep. And the reason I say that is because this is kind of a two-part product. One, it has phenomenal cannabinoids in it, and these cannabinoids, it's got 25 milligrams of CBD and 5 milligrams of CBN. And CBN, almost everybody's heard of CBD and THC. CBN is another cannabinoid that's naturally occurring in the hemp plant, and it has a nice sedative approach. It kind of like mellows you out, gets you ready, doesn't knock you asleep, but it's really great at just getting you ready for sleep, right? So the first part is the cannabinoids in there, and then the other side of it are the supplements that we use in here to really kick it up a notch. 3 milligrams of melatonin, so really light on the melatonin, a little bit of magnesium, a little bit of L-theanine, just enough to kind of get you asleep and then help you maintain a good night's rest in there. And the cool thing about what we do here with that two-prong approach is we're able to say, hey, this product will help you sleep because of the science that's behind magnesium, melatonin, and L-theanine. The FDA allows us to make those claims. And we'll hear from Chris, our legal counsel and attorney, that he'll talk a little bit more about that. But we can't say that cannabinoids will help do really anything, but because we've paired sleep with those other products, even though the cannabinoids might be doing the heavy lifting, we can make that claim, and it works fast. It works so fast. I love hearing the stories from people where they didn't realize that if they didn't take it right before bed, or I think someone was telling me that their mother-in-law took it on the couch. Was that you, Eric?
Yeah, that was me.
Yeah. Took it on the couch and was starting to fall asleep on the couch. Didn't realize that it kicks in that quick. Yeah.
Yeah, it's best to be really near the bed when you're ready to when you take your sleep. It's for me. It's really it's under 15 minutes for sure, closer to 10, and it just dissolves in your mouth and you're ready to go. And you can really feel that heaviness come on, which is so nice. It's like you can feel that deep sleep coming. And what I've noticed too is if we've had some crazy winds here in Utah the last few weeks. Is like when something wakes you up in the middle of the night, you fall back asleep easier too, because you've got kind of that deep sleep going on. So it's just an amazing product. Helped my wife get off some prescription sleep medication as well, which is a huge blessing just in itself. Anytime you can use natural, products instead of getting a prescription, it's worth it, in my opinion, 100%.
Awesome. This next one, we take a similar approach, that two-prong approach with it, called Relief. Now, Relief has 100 milligrams of total cannabinoids in there, and we use the full spectrum hemp extract in there. And so not only is there CBD and then 100 milligrams CBD and 2 milligrams of THC, but in there you also get CBG, CBN, CBDV, CBDA. There are a bunch of I like to call it a rainbow of cannabinoids. One of our new distributors, Melanie, is a cannabis coach. She loves talking about the looking at the certificate of analysis on here and how they all play together. This the cannabinoids work so well together, and Relief has the blend of all those to really work from the inside out, right? So you've got all those cannabinoids, but then we also paired it on the second prong approach to that with 200 milligrams of univestin. And univestin is a plant extract that has been clinically proven to alleviate joint discomfort and improve range of motion, flexibility, as well as physical function. So we can say this will help relieve quite a bit of the aches and pains and sorenesses that you have. And even though the cannabinoids might be doing the heavy lifting and the quick onset, it's the univestin that allows us to make that claim. And I'm really excited. Actually, we had one of our distributors just a week or two ago sent me in a thing that they only took one of the pills, and within 30 minutes they were, right as rain, if you will.
It's an amazing product. My uncle sent me a testimonial just last week about Relief, just saying that his hip pain just kind of dissolved over a hour period. It's like nothing works like it, and I just so remarkable to hear that. Just the success and how great the product formulation is. So, and then our next product. Probably no introductions necessary. This is what most people are familiar with, for sure.
Yeah, most people that have experienced cannabis in some way, shape, or form, other than smoking or vaping, if you will, have tried a gummy. The problem with most gummies is if you go to a dispensary for a gummy, or even, unfortunately, a lot of the trend right now in hemp-derived is to go very high potency. So you're getting 10 milligrams, 20 milligrams, maybe 25 milligrams of THC in a gummy. And if you don't want to remember what's going on, yeah, that's fine. But if you want to just take the edge off, if you want to have a good time, if you want to just enjoy yourself, or just bring your overall stress down, that's too much. For most people, it'll actually increase your stress and whatnot, because it disconnects you too much. So our gummies have 5 milligrams of THC, hemp-derived THC in there. So they're it's a very solid. It's our most potent product, but it's not going to necessarily put you on the couch and have you leave reality.
Yes, fantastic. I think it's really interesting how 5 milligrams of gummies versus 5 milligrams of the next product we're going to talk about react different, and you can really use them in different ways once you experiment a little bit with the microdose effect and use them for different situations. For me, the gummies is I like to call it a decision because if I'm going to have a gummy at night, that means I'm not going to be driving anymore. I'm ready to relax and really get ready for a good night's sleep and really take the edge off. Love this product.
Absolutely. I am in the same boat. You definitely, it's a decision. You have to make sure that I don't like going out in public if I've taken one. Whereas it's kind of the opposite with Chill. Chill only has 2.5 milligrams of THC in there. So it's a very light dosage. The other thing about it is when you take a gummy, it's absorbed through your digestive system. So it takes sometimes, depending on what you've had to eat and whatnot, it can take anywhere between 40 minutes to 90 minutes to really kick in. Whereas with the Chill, because it's an oral dissolved tablet, you put it in your mouth, just let it absorb, kind of let it melt slowly in your mouth. It absorbs in through the soft tissue of your mouth, and within 10 to 20 minutes, you've peaked. You're at that level, and you'll stay there for a few hours. And you can definitely tell, hey, this is where I'm at. Most people enjoy just one, but if you have a little bit higher tolerance, you can take a second one. And like you were saying earlier, it's a little bit different of a feeling, a little bit different than the gummies, mostly because of the way that that's absorbed into your system.
Yeah, and they're all these products are different and work different, like I mentioned before, and they are phenomenal products and have just, anyone that's had a gummy or something from, somewhere else, a dispensary or wherever, you will notice the difference. And I love the fact that we have them available to us easily. But, another thing, Nate, that, so many people mention to me when I bring up Discreet and I start talking about it, you always get that little crooked look, right? Like, wait a minute,
Right.
how is this legal? You're just telling everybody about this, or is this a secret? I'm like, no, it's not a secret. We're telling everybody. So we've got Chris on as well, and Chris is actually our legal counsel. And there are so few people in this industry that would be qualified to be on our team. But Chris is a 16-year experienced FDA compliance healthcare attorney. He's run billion-dollar health networks and FDA and FTC marketing and labeling, and specializes in compliance. And he's here to help us be on the straight and narrow. So, Chris, how can we do this legally, and what's your role here at Discreet?
To make sure we do things legally.
Okay.
Yeah, and that is the question I get many times. Is this legal? How can it be legal? So when we look at what is legal and how can this company, these products be legal, we have to really look at two different things: the federal law and then what the states say. So let's take a look at federal law for a second. Currently, just so everyone is clear, currently marijuana is illegal at the federal level. Growing it, smoking it, transporting it across state lines, selling it, whatever it is, it's illegal according to the DEA, the Department of Justice, everybody. So, okay, how can these products be legal then? Well, back in 2018, the federal government looked at the hemp plant and hemp-derived products. And just so everyone's clear, the difference between hemp and marijuana, it's essentially the same plant, but hemp just has a much lower concentration of THC, which is, of course, that active ingredient. So what the feds did is they analyzed the health benefits against the potential risk of THC itself and the concentration of THC. And they found that the benefits far outweighed what would happen with a low dose like 0.3% or less, which is what makes up the hemp plant. So in 2018, the U.S. Department of Agriculture passed the Farm Bill, and among other things that it did, it took hemp off of the controlled substances list. And that's just a list of things the federal government either really tightly restricts and controls and regulates, or things that are illegal altogether on the federal level. So they said hemp is different than marijuana. Anything that's hemp derived that has 0.3% THC concentration or less is now legal because the health benefits outweigh any kind of risk that we could see. So that's great. So now all those products, including ours, are legal on the federal level. And that's just great news for everybody. Now to the state level. So the problem, I was going to say the problem with this country, many problems with this country, but the problem we're talking about tonight is that there are 50 states, therefore 50 different laws. Most of the time, no matter what industry you're in, the laws differ greatly. You've got to figure out what each state allows and doesn't allow. But in 23 states plus the District of Columbia, regular marijuana, recreational marijuana is legal. So certainly in 23 states plus DC, our products are completely legal. But what most of the other states in the country have done is take the position that the feds have done, and they've said, okay, there are benefits here, there are health benefits, and hemp is so low in THC concentration, and the products that come from hemp are so low that, yeah, we can legalize these. So in almost every single state in the union, anything made from hemp that is 0.3% THC concentration or less is legal. And that's great news. It's great news for everybody. It's great news for all of us who want to use these products and can gain so many benefits from using them. And for those who want to build a business, even better. So there are just a very few states that still outlaw anything to do with THC. They just still have a mindset that any THC whatsoever is harmful for you. Idaho is one of the biggest. It's probably the most prominent state. There are legislative and other efforts to try and get these 0.3% or less products legalized. But if you live in Idaho, the great thing is you can still build a business. You can, get people from outside Idaho. Nebraska used to be illegal. They have now legalized it. And there are efforts and legislative processes in place already in the other states where this is illegal to start legalizing it. But in almost every state and at the federal level, these products are legal. And why are they legal? Because these governments have recognized that science sometimes actually is real. And when you have scientific studies saying that these products have great health benefits and really very, very little risk at all of anything negative happening, then luckily legislators have said, okay, let's change the laws. And so now we're free to use, to share, to build a business with, to transport these products completely safely in almost every single state in this country. And I'm here to make sure that everything is done in compliance with the law and that we are always doing things on the up and up, because not only do we want these products to get out to help everybody we can, but we want the company to do well and to thrive. And we can't do that when we're not laying down a legal foundation. And we want you individually to use these products or to build a business based on something safe like legal compliance. So the other question I get often is, well, are these products FDA approved? And I love the thinking. I love that people understand some things and are concerned with, just again, thinking compliantly. So the short answer is no, they're not. The longer answer is they don't have to be. I guess that wasn't very long. That was a short answer too. The FDA does not actually approve supplements. They're not in the business of doing that. They have no real authority to approve supplements. They approve drugs, they approve medical devices, but they don't approve anything from vitamin C to St. John's wort to you name the supplement. The only time the FDA gets involved is if supplements are being manufactured in an unsafe way somehow. A lot of bad stuff coming from overseas. And then also if the manufacturer or seller is making false or misleading claims, right? So, you could have an essential oil and someone says, oh, it cured my husband's cancer. Well, that's 100% not true. Even if it is true, the FDA says there's no proof of that, so you can't say that. So that's the only time the FDA gets involved. And so we make sure that we adhere to all those FDA and FTC guidelines. The FDA has a set of standards called good manufacturing practices. And so not only do we adhere to those, but we go above and beyond and make sure that our manufacturing processes are just state of the art. They not only, our products are not only made from the finest ingredients, but also our facilities and the way we manufacture is just state of the art. And then, of course, we're not going to make any false or misleading claims. And I just love hearing Nate's presentation every time because he says, okay, we can't say that these particular products do this or that or this, but, try for yourself and see, even though the FDA says, well, you can't say this or you can't say that. There are a lot of things we can say, and we're going to teach you everything you need to know about what you can't do, can and can't say, to make sure you're compliant so that everything we do is going to be legally compliant, it's going to be safe, and therefore our company grows and builds. And for those people using the products, recommending the products, you can feel completely confident. And then also people who want to build a business, you can feel confident that you're building something on a solid foundation that isn't going to be suddenly taken away because we're trying to work through a legal loophole or trying to do something, you know, under the radar. Everything's on the up and up and legally safe and compliant. And it just makes me feel so grateful to be a part of a company that is so committed to that. Just on a personal note, by way of testimonial, I've had trouble falling asleep for years and years, and I've tried many different things. Melatonin alone didn't work. All these other things didn't work. I've even tried prescription sleeping pills. Nothing will kind of shut this little pumpkin off. So, okay, I'll give Discreet sleep product a try. Oh my gosh, first night I just fell asleep. It was stayed asleep all night. It was amazing. So if for no other reason, I'm grateful to be part of this company because I've got a product that can help me just fall asleep, bridge that gap between my mind going and not going. And so anyway, there's a plug for sleep and for our products. And there's the lowdown on why this is completely legal and safe.
Hey, thanks so much, Chris. You know, I really appreciate you being on and giving us your insight and your knowledge, you know, second to none. And what I get from that and what I'm so excited about is we don't have to worry about all that. We can just go build a business. We can build a business in any state, and you're there to make sure that everything that we're doing is compliant and it is legal on the federal level. So fantastic share there, Chris. Thanks so much for being on. I really appreciate it, as we all do. And I love your testimonial on sleep too. Can't get enough. It's just such incredible products that we get to benefit and share. So, you know, now that we've talked about, you know, our products and, you know, the legal part of it and some of the what the industry is doing, I know that a lot of us are on here to figure out, say, how do we take advantage and you know, get this product out and get and help more people and receive some financial benefit by sharing. And as you know, Discreet is a direct sales networking company. So what that means is that when we share Discreet and Discreet grows and more product is delivered to that end consumer, whether they're a customer or a distributor, Discreet says, hey, thank you for helping the company grow, because we're not doing advertisement. We want to reward you for sharing Discreet's product. And it's an opportunity for all of us to participate in it. And if you're familiar with, you know, other, you know, companies that have been around for decades, it can be incredibly lucrative for those that share. So we have incredible product that hasn't been available for a long time in history, and we have the timing of being with Discreet as a new company with a high demand and a great you know, foundation in history with Nate Factory 6 and everything that's behind it. So let's get into that. How do we earn income with Discreet as we just share the products and the story of Discreet? So first we have retail sales. This is pretty simple. You know, we can purchase it wholesale and sell it retail, or we all get a personal website, a Discreet website, when we join as distributors. When a customer comes to our website and they purchase the product directly from our website, then it is shipped directly to that customer's door, and Discreet pays us the difference between the wholesale and the retail price. Really simple, very effective, and very lucrative as your customer base continues to grow. The next 4 ways are really mostly about team building. So number 2 is fast cash. So what fast cash is when a new distributor comes into Discreet, Discreet says, thank you for the new distributor that has come on that wants to grow a business as well. We're going to pay you a fast cash. And it's anywhere between $25, $75, or even $1,000 on a fast cash bonus. And we'll talk about that in just a minute. Number 3 is binary team commissions. Now, this is one of my favorite, what gets me most excited about is we have what a binary check match structure is the most, I think probably the most tried and true compensation plan. It's been around for a long time, and we get to plug into it with Discreet and have a lucrative business and grow a business. So the way the binary structure works is you have two legs. So you have 1 and 2 legs on your left and your right. And as distributors come in, you'll put one on your left, one on your right, and your next one you'll put below one of the first two that you brought in, and it builds straight down, and you get paid 20% of the volume that comes in on your shortest leg of that binary. So as you build out both legs, you get paid weekly on that volume that comes in on your lesser leg. It's an incredibly lucrative opportunity to grow a team of really not just 10 or 20, but hundreds and hundreds, potentially thousands of distributors and customers that you're getting paid on in that binary structure. It's incredible. The next way, number 4, is check match. Check match just says, thank you for helping grow a team through a binary structure. But if you go and help those people that you brought into Discreet do the same thing and also build a binary business, when you help them build a binary business, the company rewards you by giving you a check match on those personal sponsors as they grow a binary team. And we can get into detail on that on a one-on-one basis, deeper. We don't have time to go through all those details tonight, but I'll just tell you, the binary and the check match are incredibly lucrative. If you raise your hand and say, I want to share this with the world, I want to build a team, I want to grow, you will be rewarded handsomely for it. Number 5 is the global bonus. This is for top leaders. Discreet is setting aside 3% of the volume and saying, we're going to give that back to the distributors that reach the highest levels of the company. And this is the only one that's actually paid on a monthly basis. The others are weekly. It's a monthly bonus for those that achieve the higher levels with Discreet. So really just an amazing bonus on top of your other 4 ways that you're getting paid. So again, if you want more detail, let us know, because we could talk about just how that compensation plan works for a half hour, but we're not going to do that tonight because this is really a kind of a high level of everything about Discreet. So how do you get started? Right now, there's actually 3 ways to get started. The most common is the starter pack. The starter pack is phenomenal. For $500, you're starting a business and you get everything that you need to be in business. You have a great assortment of products that you can use for yourself and sample. And you also get a replicated site that is your business. It's online. You can send customers to it. They can order and have it directly shipped directly to them. Also, distributors can join from your site, and then you get credit for them becoming a distributor in Discreet. So it's really a business in a box for only $500, which is incredible. And as I was mentioning in the Fast Start, if you bring in a distributor, you actually earn $75 as a bonus when they join. And there's even more Fast Start bonuses as your team brings in other distributors as well that we can get into in greater detail later as well. And right now we have a Founders Pack that is available. This is very special for a short amount of time. We only have a few Founders Packs left, but the Founders Pack is for those that say, I really see the vision of what you're doing with Discreet, and I want to be one of the founding distributors. We only have 50 total of these left, and we have, most of them are gone already. So if you're looking at that and saying, I think I want to be a part of this on a big level, this is a great option. So as a founder, there's some special benefits. As we grow and we have larger events, you have preferred seating, you get the ear of the ownership and CEO to, Nate's personal number if you have questions or you want to give some feedback. If there's new products that we're going to be releasing, we'll run it by the founders first for, testing and getting some feedback on products before we release it to everybody in Discreet. And then also we do a founders call once a month that are just for founders. So we can talk about what's coming up with Discreet and have that open discussion about it. So it's a real true honor to be a founder. And once those are gone, they won't be available any longer. Just recently, we opened up a third way to join Discreet. Now, this is phenomenal because there's some that really, really want to start a business. Sometimes finances can be tough. They say, I want to get started, but I just can't swallow the full amount of coming in at a higher level. I just want to get started and start sharing and build a business. So for $155, you could become a distributor in Discreet, and you get to pick one of our products, whether it's the chill, gummies, relief, or sleep. You get to choose one of those products, and you also get 5 sample packs with that basics pack for $155. And what's so great about that is you're going to have a lot of individual wrapped samples that you can share and give with other people. So it helps you get your business started on a really inexpensive level. So to get started, really simple. All you need to do is just come to discreet.store, and whoever invited you here tonight has their own name or a replicated site in the URL of discreet.store / their name. Get that from them, and all you need to do is just scroll to the bottom of our site and click on Enroll Now. And then over here on the right, there's a drop-down menu that changes it from customer to an affiliate. So you click on the affiliate. Yes, I want to be an affiliate. Confirm with yes. And then you'll be able to pick your pack, one of the 3 packs that you want to get started with. It's really that simple to get started. And because you're joining with your friend, they'll get credit and you'll be on their team and you'll be a part of all of our teams. So that's super simple to get started. And, as we wrap up tonight, I think I don't usually do this, but I want to share a quick story. It's an analogy that I've heard for years in real estate, and a great leader once told me, and it's about vision and understanding timing and where you're at in a business or just in life in general. He mentioned a story of comparison of like a new subdivision that is opening. You ever seen a new subdivision open? It's just like there's dirt everywhere and there's like wires and things coming out of the ground. And there's this little tiny mobile home over there with a poor sales agent that's sitting there trying to sell the first house, right? And let's say that maybe it's a $400,000 house that they're building. When someone comes into that mobile home, all they can look at is plans and ideas, and they can't really walk through the house. But some people will say, you know what? I can see what you're doing here. I love it. I love where the park's going to be. I see the vision. Sign me up. And they become the first house that's built in that subdivision. Then like 6 months later, a year later, there's like 4 or 5 houses popping up. People are starting to move in, after 9 months or so. And then there's other people that come in, and they actually come in, they see the model home, and they can actually walk around, they can touch it and see it. But guess what? That model home has gone up in price, right? So the same house that sold for 400, it might be 500,000 now. But people are like, I can see the vision now. Before I couldn't really see it. I want to live in this neighborhood, and they buy this, and they spend 500 on that house. Then another couple years down the road, maybe 3 years down the road, that subdivision's completely built. They're done building, and the only thing left is resale of people that are selling their house. And those homes are like maybe 600,000 because the price keeps going up over time. But you can see the park, everything's beautiful and green, and they say, yes, I want to be a part of this neighborhood. So the moral of the story is, it's okay if you're one of the first, or you're in the middle, or if you're coming at the end. But the people that see the vision and the timing of coming in at the beginning can be very, very financially lucrative because they catch that vision. And what I see going on right now in in our world. We've got some economy that's challenging. We've got some weird things going on, in the financial sector, and people need something else to create an extra income, an opportunity, something that they can latch onto and help people, not only financially, but personally too, just in how they live their lives. And we've got an amazing opportunity right now with what's happening with Discreet, because we've got a product that people haven't had before. We've got a company that we are right here at. We're basically in the trailer, right, with a new subdivision going up. If you see the vision and you run with Discreet and you run with us and you help people by sharing this great product, you're going to be one of these founding distributors and see a great financial benefit and be able to affect and help a lot of lives. And I'm just really honored and excited that I'm a part of it with all you great people. And thanks so much for being on tonight. And I just want to let you know I'm here to help anyone that wants to, change the direction of either their financial life or physical life, personal life. I'm here to help you with the Discreet. So thanks so much, everyone. And we'll chat soon.
Thanks, Eric. Thanks, Chris and Adam, for being on.
Thanks. Great
Thanks, guys.
job. Super
Have a great
exciting.
night.